I like it. Started off with likes already. Thank you guys. So we will thumb through the usual suspects. Wait for a couple more people to trickle in. I'm not sure we get much action today. Heading into FOMC tomorrow. But you never know. We really don't know anything. So we shall see. Make sure everything is prepared. Interesting. What's going on, Broham? How are you? Cage, Hubs, my guys. We got bullish hammers everywhere on the daily, even on Netflix, which fell off my screen completely. Yesterday I was way up here, just it's standards where I have my charts, everything in the middle. I couldn't find the candle. I said, "Where's the daily candle for Netflix?" I'm looking. Oh, here it is, all by its lonesome. So, but even Netflix has a daily bullish hammer. T Nguyen, good morning. Okay, I guess we'll get started. Fix these up. So this is a pre-market live, January 25th. Won't be like a full live trading session, but we'll go into open at least, see what happens there. That was a good play yesterday. Caught Q's at the bottom. Caught Q on QQQ on the break of the ADMA here. Got contracts at I think $1.81. Sold somewhere up here. Retraced, broke the ADMA. I was already out by then, and then of course, the minute you get out, it runs 12 more bucks. So, these things happen, and it was a 0 day, so it was either, take 200-300% or let it go to 0. So, I made my decision. I'm happy with it. Throw Costco in here for K bar. All right, cool. So we'll start with SPX. 4330 is the magic number on SPX, 500 USD. And you can see it's my buy here, must hold area. Haven't bought anything, at least not, to the upside long term. But it's a pivot point. It's the area where it last hit on the on the trend line, the long-term trend line, before running 10%, 9%. So again, it's just comes back to that super, super long-term trend line. Turn that off. Going back to November of 2020. So 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4, 5, 6, before finally breaking down. I must admit I'm not as confident in my buy here must hold area at the present moment. Just because we have Jay Powell tomorrow, and he can either send us soaring or he can tank us. So it's really all in his hands. Like, he really dictates the entire market tomorrow and what happens. So, but what happens today, we just have to wait and see. 43.30 is the number. Under 43.30, we have 42.85. So keep that mapped out. A loss of 4,300, you can start looking at puts, back down to where we got yesterday, maybe even lower. It's almost like a worst case scenario. I mean, we have a couple scenarios heading into tomorrow. We can flush it. We can go down 150 points on SPX, another 600 points on NQ, and he comes in and saves the day tomorrow just because it's so oversold. I find it hard to believe he'll talk about rate hikes if we're just absolutely bleeding going into tomorrow. So maybe that's where we head. Maybe we head back down, to yesterday's low of day, 42.21. That's the potential of losing 43.30 right here. So 43.30 is 4,300. 4,300, you can start looking for an entry for puts, or at least I am, on a break of 42.90. I'll take a stab there. Let's see, NQ. So NQ is obviously blown past my buy here must hold area. Tech is in a much more crucial state than SPX. Give me a second. We have the potential to, really come back down here to 13.7. I think it's unlikely today just because the RSI is so low. We're down here in the mid 20s. So it's one of those things where if they're going to sell it, they're going to have to sell it hard. Premiums were jacked yesterday. It was really hard to, entries were fine. You can find an entry, at least on the chart. It was just, there was almost no way to play anything the way the premiums were juiced. SPY calls, 0 data expiration, $2 out of the money were $5, $6. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So you need $6 out of the money to make money for a contract that you bought in the money. So Apple's interesting. Apple's probably one of the most interesting. You have so this is a very bullish candle from yesterday. So you got a blow past the golden pocket. You have a 0.786 hold, which is, this had to hold here. If this didn't hold, Apple was going to 147, and the entire market crumbles. Apple and Amazon hold too much weight on SPY on the S&P. So this had to hold. My only fear is that we get another test of that, an inside bar for today, and then everything's up to Jay Powell tomorrow. Do we come here, or do we, or do we kind of looking for inside bars if we don't get momentum early in the session. I'd say the first hour. Facebook again. So it's just all it's doing is respecting these zones for the time being. It's the only thing it's doing. Touches here, touches here, touches here. You know, what happens here? We saw what happened to Netflix. After staying in a region for, a year and a half, breaking above, these are just, all these are just, like shelves, you trade around here for, let's see, August 20 for 7-8 months. Then you move up to the next shelf and you trade there for, a year. And then what happens? Do you come back down here and trade just to cool it off for another year and a half or a year? So everything, again, depends on, what happens tomorrow with FOMC. We are not in an uptrend anymore. This is officially a downtrend. This is I don't know the semantics, bear market or bear market territory. I think you have to be in like a 20% correction or something like that. Whatever the math is. I don't follow it too much. They're just names, but we're down 12% from the highs. So I guess that is bear market territory. Nothing about the indices are bullish. So, much like Netflix last week, what's going to push these names up, heading into earnings? When's Facebook earn? Facebook reports February 2nd, so next week. Who reports this week? Apple. Apple is on Thursday. And see, this is also very weird. These companies reporting on Thursdays. In the past, you always had them Tuesday, Wednesday, midweek. And now you have Apple reporting on a Thursday. Why are they doing that? Why are you reporting on a Thursday? Is it after hours? Pretty sure it's after hours. I don't know how to tell on this. Maybe somebody can tell me. I know Robinhood, it makes it easy to know if it's after hours or before hours. But if it's after hours, it leads me to believe that it's going to be the same thing as Netflix. Why are all these companies reporting with 1 day left in the market to trade after hours on Thursday? Are they anticipating lower guidance, misses instead of beats, Can you guys see my screen? I hope so. Give me a second. I'll wait for somebody to reply. Well, that'd be a bummer. 1 second. I'll make a call. Okay. Cage says he can see my screen. I was just texting you, Broham. All right. Sean, try closing the browser and or if you're on phones or if you're on your phone, just close the app and open it back up. But you gave me a heart attack there, bro. Jeez. It's my biggest fear. One of my biggest fears. My second biggest fear is my mic not being on and I talk for 20 minutes before someone says something. It'd be a nightmare. I think Apple has a delay on their glasses coming soon out this year. Okay, so Josiah, let me tell you something about that. That means absolutely nothing. That's not what's going to move the needle for Apple. That's how retail thinks. Retail thinks that because an iPhone comes out, now, we're on the 14th phone, that it's going to move the needle for a company like Apple. That's knowledge, public knowledge that everybody has. We all know that. So if everybody knew that they were going to delay Apple glasses, it it's insignificant. We'd all play puts. So it's the most important thing is the market environment. Where are we at in the market? Why are they announcing on a Thursday? So, it's no, I didn't say your name. Um, it has everything to do with market conditions. It doesn't have anything to do with the glasses. It's if we're thinking about it, it's much bigger than that. We're thinking. So I'll give you for an example. So I'll skip Facebook and I'll go right to Amazon. Amazon has an issue with wages, so they have to pay people too much. They have a supply chain issue. These are things that can hurt Amazon when they report. A product launch doesn't hurt a company like Apple. Not anymore. It used to, but it doesn't. It doesn't anymore. That type of stuff is just common. That's common information that everyone has. Bad guidance. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what Tim Cook does or what he cooks up. But these things are set up to, and he's Apple's reporting after earnings. After FOMC. So, man, this can get really, really tricky. The one saving grace that Powell can give to the market is reassurance that he's not going to raise rates right away. If he looks at the market and he says, well, you know what, we're going to hold off. We're going to hold off on raising interest rates. We think it's in the best interest of the market. That would send us right into 45, 4,600. Like right away, the minute he says that. So, maybe we sink back down to 42.22. Maybe we test that again, just to set him up to say, market's in such bad condition, we can't raise rates. We cannot raise rates right now. You'll see 4,600 faster than you can blink. Conversely, if he says nothing, man, it's 4,000. SPX 4,000. We're gonna fill that gap down from 400 to 405 on SPY. So it's a coin flip. So again, Amazon's lost some key support, or I guess it's right at it. And again, I developed these levels just based on the action and the reaction to when it hit these zones. So, got a bounce here. I forget, 600 point bounce or whatever this was here. 700 point bounce. You got a bounce here, retracement, another bounce, and some resistance. So, we've hit it again. Got flushed down yesterday. It was yesterday. And popped right back up. So, again, everything depends on tomorrow. Facebook, we went over. NVIDIA is probably the most important chart here. If the market is going to go, it needs two names to lead the way. At least two pairs. So you need NVIDIA or Tesla or Apple and Amazon to get going in order for this rally to be real. If they can't get going, I'm of the opinion that we're just headed lower. This is a very nice bullish, very, very nice bullish daily candle that looks like it's going to open up as an inside bar. We're going to open up somewhere around 225. Got 9 minutes before the market opens. So it's if we're going to go, it's going to be led by NVIDIA or Tesla. And I say that because they're closed yesterday. They were two of the strongest going into close. Look at this. Got down at 208. and a nice push almost up to 235. So closed very nicely. Inside bars coming on both today. Upside potential is 1,000. I think downside potential is really realistically, you can come back down and test the breakout. So somewhere between 720 and 780, depending on tomorrow. A lot of things hinge on what Powell says, man. It's crazy how much one person has say on the market. Again, Netflix. Every time I read that someone wants to play Netflix, I cringe in the Discord. This is completely unplayable. Like for months, like Netflix shouldn't be touched. Look at the RSI. I mean, it's fallen way off my screen. I've never seen anything in the tens. Conventional wisdom says go ahead and just buy long dated calls, right? Hold on, let's see what they look like. Just for giggles. NFLX. So Netflix will say 1 month out, February 25th. 377. Let's say 410 calls are going to cost you $11. So you need 420 to make any money, in a month. It's not the worst risk to reward. Not something I'd buy until tomorrow though. After. So let's see. Take a look at SPY. Another name, inside bar. Q is probably the same thing. Yeah. Let's change this to the daily. Fix up these. Yeah. So another inside bar. Today is the day to be patient until you get absolute confirmation of any type of move. And by confirmation, I always mean volume. Volume is the most important. The absolute most important. All right, so 5 minutes. What are you guys watching? You guys give me any names? I'll take a look at them. Check out the weekly on gold. Yeah, I can check out gold. Bitcoin looks decent too. GLD on the weekly. All right, so you're taking me back to my days of drawing patterns because I was able to eyeball this and spot it. I used to draw so many patterns, guys. Now I am a level-based trader. I just trade the levels. All right, so gold is pretty. This is pretty straightforward on the weekly. You want to see something like that. You're absolutely right. It does look ready to pop. This is what you want to see on gold. It could be a serious break. I have never traded gold in my life. You have brought this chart to my attention. I will look at the chain. I don't even know how it trades. I wouldn't even know where to begin. What do I buy? Like a month out? 3 weeks out? 3 weeks. Let's say 178. Let's say 180. You can get 3 weeks out, 180 calls. That seems like it's really far, huh? I don't know how gold trades. Let's just say 175. Let's not be a degenerate. For $1.33, 3 weeks out, it has the most open interest. Very tight spreads. 3-cent spread. This is a good chart. This is a really good chart. I don't know if gold is the hedge or, I don't know how any of that works. I think you guys underestimate how basic I am. What's up, ND? But this chart looks really good. I'll write this down on my whiteboard, actually. Hold on. And I can erase a lot of these turds that I have here. CRMU, Disney, and Overstock. I'm pretty sure those have been shredded. I have not looked at the charts, but it's just a wild guess. And I will add GLD to my whiteboard. Thank you, Seb. That is a really good chart. That's something I would play with confidence on the break of the upper trend line. So I'd set an alert. In fact, I'm going to set an alert. I won't say I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So I have an alert set on the break. This is on the weekly chart. The daily looks good too. Daily looks really good. Look at the bull volume on the daily. We got 3 minutes before the market opens. This is something you can play with confidence. Look at that. It's big bull volume. You got two towers, and they're dwarfing the bear pressure. That means the bears are weak. You got bull volume that came in last week, and then you got the bears coming in trying to flush it. Held the ADMA right here. Let's get a highlighter here. You got two tests of the ADMA. And then yesterday you got basically a hammer. You have a hammer candle. So what you want to see is continued bull volume. Equal or more than yesterday. So you want today to look something like that. Or equal, That's what you want to see in gold. It's a good chart. I like it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you guys for the likes. And if you are in the chat and not subscribed and you're enjoying this, please don't forget to subscribe. Or if you're watching it back later. All right, so let's see where we are. 43.48. We'll watch this for a few minutes. Let's see what's going on. Remember what I said. If Tesla and NVIDIA get going, they're going to lead the way. Apple and Amazon can lead the way as well. I'm going to drop down to the hourly. Hold on, I got a message from Andrew. Oh, he's just saying he saw me. Okay, cool. So, intraday, I dropped down to the hourly. Forgive me, I've forgotten to turn the sound down on that bell. All right, so let's see what we got. Do you think oil will stay strong with all the Russian news? I think the Russian news is FUD. I don't know. Give me an oil ticker. Dan is those are oily boys. I don't follow it too much. I mean, obviously I follow oil, but I don't. The catalysts. I don't really follow that much. Let's see what's going on. We want to see something above the hourly ADMA in the next 15, 20 minutes. I think it'll give us direction. ERX. All right, give me one sec. Okay, so tell me. Okay, so that was going to be my next question. 2 times oil and gas. It's trapped under the 8. You had a nice bull day yesterday, but ultimately. So if this goes up, does this mean that oil is supposed to go up? Forgive my ignorance. Or is it inverse? for an answer. 7-second delay. I hate this. I don't know why YouTube doesn't fix this. So again, magic number today, 43.30. Above the ADMA with volume on the hourly, and you can play with confidence. So it's not inverse. It's not an inverse ETF. Okay, so if this goes up, then oil goes up. It's not exactly bullish, just because it's still trapped under the ADMA. It actually looks like it's correcting. So if this follows oil, then oil should go down. You know what I say about big upper wicks. Upper wicks are for selling. You have a huge one here, right? Gap down, loss of the ADMA. Someone tried to save it, right? Big bull volume yesterday, and here we are again. As long as it's under the ADMA, you can pretty much count on it to continue to go lower. So until it gets over this line here, you can expect more downside, especially with, this is a double top. Is this all-time high? No, it's not all-time high. No. What the hell happened here? Did this have like a reverse split? It had to. Yeah. Anyway, not very bullish. Looks exhausted. May just need the RSI to reset before making its next move up. But there's not much about this. You can run a fib. I don't know how this stuff reacts. I'd probably pull from here, which looks like a golden pocket bounce. So all right, let's take a look. Apple's lower. Amazon is lower. I did want to ask, you didn't mention this, but we'll go back to the golden pocket 454. What role does the 0.382, 0.5 have in preventing that? Hold on. Oh man, sorry about that. The dog, I was wondering why he was whimpering. He got his paw caught in the crate and it was stuck, and he thought he was going to die. So that's what you heard. 0.382 and the 0.5. So if we're ranking, let me just check to see where we are. Okay. If we are ranking, it's a very good question, Hubs. Levels of importance. Your dog just went to investigate that noise. Yeah, I've never heard him go crazy like that. So I know that sound from having dogs in the past, that something is wrong. So okay, so I'll answer the 0.382 and the 0.5 question, and then I'll talk about the golden pocket. Looks like we're breaking 43.50 though. We're called now. Oh, yeah. So this is the volume that I was talking about. I'm not going to take a position, but look for something above the ADMA Is Tesla going too? Looks like Tesla's going. Let's turn some volume on. So the next stop, this thing's flying. 43.75, 43.90, 44.20. All right, let me look at the cues real quick. I'm gonna get back to that fib question, but give me a second. Let me look at the cues. Ooh, that's ugly. Ugly, ugly. Not really. Why is my computer taking so long? Not enough volume yet. So let's see what the 15-minute looks like. So big pop it open. Oh, no, not that big at all, actually. Dog almost gave me a heart attack, dude. Jeez. All right, nothing to see here. Yeah, look, it's rejected. This is the importance of the ADMA or 9 or whatever you use. You know, it acts as resistance or it acts as support. I guess similar to VWAP. I don't use VWAP, but and MIGs use anchored VWAP, but the ADMA works just fine for me. So back to what chart did I draw that on? All right, Fibonacci retracements. Very bullish. Bullish. And line in the sand. All right. When things retrace to the 0.236, the 0.382, and the 0.5, and you guys can take a screenshot of this. If a name does something like this, right, and lands at the 0.236 and bounces, you can expect a much higher move, and I'm talking much higher than, oh shoot, really, I can't do that? That sucks. You can expect a move much higher than where it previously came from. Okay, so you start way down here at the 1, you tap out at the 0, you retrace back down to the 0.236. If this 0.236 holds and you get a break above the 0, expect a much higher move. Okay, that's the 0.236. Just pretend this is 1 down here. I don't have time to, go way down here and draw this. If a move runs up and does something like this, hits the 0. Remember, you're drawing swing high to swing low, so you've identified this as the high, and it comes back down to the 0.382. It's still very bullish. You can expect it to get, back to the 0.236, back to the 0, and make its continue to make its move up. Okay. If the move is the 0.0 and retraces back down to the 0.5, I call it the line in the sand because it's the last fib to remain bullish for that move before running to the golden pocket. It's no longer bullish once you lose the 0.5. Did that make sense? Maybe that's not actually what you asked for at all. Maybe you asked me what the point of the 0.382 and the 0.5 is. Okay, I see what you mean. All right, so on SPY, I'll pull from here. think I have this drawn out on SPX actually. All right, so watch this because it's testing it, and if it breaks, you know what to do. I'll drop down to the daily. This is where I got my golden pocket number. The 0.382 can act as resistance as well. I guess I see what you're saying now. Yeah, the 0.382 can act as resistance, so can the 0.5. Yes, my apologies. Yeah, you have to wait to see how the candles react. In a scenario of this here, whatever time frame you're on, if you're using the daily, then it's really easy. You just have to, watch it at open, watch it midday, watch it at close. You shouldn't, if you got in way down here and you're in multiple contracts, you can probably, once you identify the top, you should be scaling out. You shouldn't be all the way out, but you should be scaling out of your position. If trade, or maybe I don't know what if it's a swing trade too. And you should just be monitoring these levels: 0.236, 0.382, and the 0.5. Let's see. Warwick says Facebook looks rippy. Let me take a gander at this. Let's see what Mr. Warwick is referring to. All right. It does look rippy on the hourly. I must admit. Facebook has earnings when February 2nd as well. Yeah, I mean, a lot of, these names are set up to bounce because they're at critical support. Oh, man, here we go. All right, let's put our helmets on. Let's see what happens here. Drop to the 1 hour. So there's a scalper. What's SPY doing? Tuesday, you can't buy 0 days. So you have to buy so you have to buy tomorrow's expiration. I'm gonna look at some SPY contracts. All right, so here's where we are. Remember, I told you Tesla had to lead the way. If this loses the ADMA, I'm in puts on SPY. This is, for me, this is as textbook as it's going to get for the day. I'm looking at premiums juiced everywhere. At the money is $5. You know the kind of move that needs to happen for, yeah, SPX is gone. So I'm going to jump into puts. Expiring tomorrow. Let's see if I can get a fill. Nope, no fill. Damn. Gotta be quicker, huh? Yeah, might have been a saving grace. The premium's not moving. We lost 10 points on SPX and it moved 10 cents. 566 to 588. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting here. So we're under the ADMA on the hourly. Probably looks the same on the 15. Probably looks much worse. Yeah. Not enough volume, really. I guess that's why the premium didn't move. It's also really jacked. Let's look at the VIX. The VIX is up 12%. Started to come down yesterday. It came down a lot. That's why we were able to make some money yesterday. I mean, this is like a needle. It's like a poke needle. You can't say these things on YouTube, but VIX is at 34, creeping up. These guys are buying. What are they buying? What shares? Who's in the SPX chat right now? That's in here. They're buying SQQQ shares. This is an inverse of QQQ, I believe. I don't understand a lot of this shit, to be honest. Inverse ETFs. Only ETF I understand is the one that they have for Kramer. If you can inverse all of Kramer's moves, you're a rich man. Hey, we've got more people in here. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the sub, guys. As long as there's action, we'll go today. So this is choppy. Drop down to the 15 and see what happens here. Lost it though. 3 times. Well, what's up, K-Bar? Yeah, so it's a bear ETF. 3 times, huh? Man, it sounds like a casino. This thing. Let's see. Watch for Tesla, guys. If Tesla loses the ADMA on the 15, let's start with the 15. So top watch for me today. I gotta start using alerts more. They're very helpful. On days like this. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, where premium's not moving. What do you just buy shares or something? Do they have options? The premium is so jacked, it's not even funny. It's unfair. It doesn't. I mean, there's no such thing as fair in the market. We do our best to navigate through the nonsense. $1 move is $3. Okay, I see what you mean. Okay. I'm interested. Let's see. A new way to gamble. They have options, but you don't want to buy them. Okay, I can dig it. Interesting. What's TQQQ? Is that the opposite? It's a bull ETF. Wow, the clouds have rolled in LA. Looks like London. My goodness. Interesting. All right, let's get back to business. So 4,300 almost seems inevitable to me, at least to test. And all I can do is sit and watch because premium's jacked. Buy 75 to 125 blocks of shares. Okay. So it seems like a smart way to play. You know, shares don't have premium. Yeah. SPX is going to 4,300. It's going to test it at least, like right now. Should have got those damn. No. Yeah, I should have got those puts. They're up $1 now. Damn it. All right, it's under the 80, man. I got to take a shot. So, 428's expiring tomorrow. I don't want to pay that much. 426. It's not much of a difference, to be honest. All right, let's see. I will buy right at the 4,300 test because it'll accelerate from there. Let's see. Yeah, we're going. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get a fill. I cannot get a fill. Christ. Working orders. Oh, there we go. Got a fill. All right. Well, I'm in. We'll see what happens. I'm in. 426 is expiring tomorrow. I may swing them. I may keep the nerve to swing them. I want to play SPX too, but SPX, when you don't play SPX the day of, it's really brutal. You know, $2,000 a contract. Here, I'll just give you an example. So SPX, where are we at? 4303. 30 up is 4,700. Gold is ripping. Seb, you are a savant, my friend. That was good eye. Look at that. Right to the trend line. You could have scalped this. Where was open? I have an indicator for that Andrew showed me. Hold on. Andrew, where you at, man? There was an indicator that you showed me. There it is. Daily high, low, mid. Boom. Add this. Let's see. No, that's not it. That's ugly. I just want the opens. That's all I care about. I don't like the way that looks. It used to be lines. Andrew, if you're on, DM me the indicator. I like the lines better than, like the straight lines better than the ones that look like the EMAs. I'll find it later. All right, so it bounced at 43. Beaks have been wet. Beaks have been wet. It's unlikely that we reverse right away. Even with this pop, I'm not going to sell my position. I'll wait. Thank you guys for coming. Per usual. Lists. Let's see. You just sent me a message. My computer runs slow. Oh, yeah. DW daily, weekly, monthly open. There it is. Thank you, Andrew. Daily, weekly, monthly. Yeah, so it was right there. That's what I wanted right there. Lifesaver, bro. Thank you. I don't want the weekly, the monthly, or the yearly. Only want the daily. Everything looks like it's going to go lower. My theory at this point, because I wanted to wait for open, we flush. J Powell comes in tomorrow, saves the day. It will not be a straight shot. Nothing really is. I can probably play the Qs too. So again, we're under the 80 EMA. This is a simple strategy that I use. The problem is, again, the premiums are so juiced. You got to take profit where you want, where you're comfortable taking it. Like, I won't say this is a lotto for me. Like, I won't treat it as one. But especially with 1 day left. All right, let's see what's up at SPY. So this candle gives me reason to stay in. This 15-minute. I'm up 0.25%. As long as we're under the 80 MA, I'll stay in this trade. You know, it can make lower highs and lower lows. It's not gonna scare me out of the trade. But a lot of bull volume coming in, and a candle that looks like that above the 80 MA would. So we will see. Another test. So it tried big upper wick, came back down. What time was this? I guess the time to get in was at the double top on the 5-minute. Yeah. Yeah. That was the move. Not tweezer tops, but you know, 2 big upper wicks, double top, lose the 80 MA. Your entry's probably this candle right here. On a loss of the 80 MA. Boom. That's how you day trade and use the 80 MA. Now this could be a double bottom. Could be pivoting, could be a lower high. We don't know. We'll see. We'll find out soon enough. And it's more than likely just going to be a choppy day. K-Bar says he's keeping an eye on 35.73 on the VIX. And 40. Let's see how it reacts. I like K-Bar's method of thinking about things from a technical perspective and using more than just indicators, looking at things like the VIX. Because if the VIX goes from 30, 4.5 to 40, contracts are ridiculous. Nas is fighting. Apple is still lower. Inside bar. These are inside bar days. I can get rid of all of this. You guys want to take a screenshot of this? If you're unfamiliar with fibs. I'll delete the arrows. Or no, maybe I'll leave the arrows. Or maybe I'll give you the opportunity to screenshot. So this is how I look at things when I'm using fibs. You just use them for your entries and your exits, that's all. Amazon did not like whatever zones. What zone do I emphasize? This is a daily zone. So it didn't like what was support. So now it's using it as resistance. Upper wick on the hourly, it was rejected by the 80 MA. NVIDIA, remember I said NVIDIA had to go higher. It's not in the worst shape. It's just chopping around. Here we go. We finally got the SPX break. That's how you trade. This is a bear flag that's broken bear. This, my friends, let's see if I can get any premium out of it. I don't know what my contract's worth. A whopping 11%, guys. It's almost not even worth it to trade. You know. I gotta move this because I can't see where I'm going. Okay, so we're breaking bear. 42.90. Remember I said in the chat 42.90, 42.85 is a level that has to hold. So I'm at 16%. I'm at, how far does it break? I'll probably take, premium's just not moving, man. Like, you need a massive move to make money right now. Like a massive move. Let's watch it. Let's see what happens at 42.85. And this is the 5-minute chart. This is what I use and how I scalp or day trade. Premium's not moving the way I like it. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close it at like 17%. I'll probably regret it, but I have to move. Like, it has to make sense as far as the risk to reward. Like, it's there. It's just premium is jacked. It's breaking bear though, and it's just not moving. 42.85, guys. You guys can see the red number here. I said it somewhere in the chat. Let me see. Early this morning for people who may go back and watch this. Screenshot that. Channel settings here. Yeah. Looks like it wants to go lower. Like, playing the ADMA is, I mean, I'm talking about one of the most simple strategies that there are. And my computer's frozen. Somebody just sent me a message, make sure they were still all good on the stream. You can send it to either the Discord or here in the chat. Wow, really? That's not working either? Oh, man, oh, man. Cool. Thanks, Andy. All right. Let me see. Just got a message. We've retraced to the golden pocket on the candle from yesterday. This is on SPX or NAS, Andrew? Oof. Coming up on 42.85. Let me go to the daily. We'll just see what he's saying. Oh, on NAS. Okay. Let's see. Daily from yesterday. Swing. Go high to low. Wrong way. Low. Too high. You all right, brother? So we can get a bounce. Thank you for that, Andrew. Andrew pointed out that we hit the golden pocket on the NAS. Let me just up. I don't want to do that. What's the cleanest way to do this? I'll delete this one. So the 618, depending on what volume looks like, could hold. Look how technical this is. You know, it dove straight to the golden pocket, blew past the 0.382, blew past the 0.5, went right to the golden pocket on the daily. How many points is that? 500 to 100 point. No, it's a 500 point move. I'm tripping. Christ. How come we didn't get puts at open? Where did we open? Man, it skipped every fib there was. 236, 0.382, 0.5. Lose the 0.5, we could have played it right down to the golden pocket, right? Isn't that what I just said when I use fibs? And depending on what volume look like, let me see. Let's see what the hourly looks like. It's a good teaching lesson right here. Now I got to go to the 5 minute, 5 or 15. Yeah, lost the ADMA on the 15. Big red candle, big upper wick. All the signs were there. So big bounce right at 42.85. So my exit was precise. And I will show you guys what I wrote into the Discord. Secondary screen? Yeah, secondary screen. What did I write? If I can find it. All right. So I said lose 43.30, and we see 42.85 to 45.90 very fast. That's what happened. The bounce came at 42.85, and now we see what happens. But again, you could have played, you know, if you just took these cues here, you could have taken the short side once we lost 43.30. What do you get there? It's a 45-point zipper. It's a lot of money if you're playing SPX. So, dog's awake. He doesn't sound happy. I gotta give him a bath too. All right, so we're back. All right, so far we're up. What are we up? 17% on the day. Whatever contract you took, if you took it, for a quick day trade. So this is literally the stuff I do every day. Every day you can find a trade every day. You don't have to trade every day. You have to trade the best setups. This was a really good setup. You can look at everything, you know, on this. You can look at the daily. We had our levels. 43.30 was very important. Said that pre-market. You lose that, you can see 42.85. That's what we did. And I used that based off of what happened pre-market. So when the bell opened pre-market, when the market opened pre-market, whatever time it is, I honestly don't know what time it opens here on the West Coast. Let's see. Fast forward. No, whatever. Whatever example I just tried to use just now was not going to work. It wicked off 43.30 pre-market, and to me that was important. I guess you can go back and look at the screenshot I took, but that was intentional too. So it was support for the day, and it was clear if you lost that, we're going down to the next level. So, which was right here, 42.85 to the penny, huh? Not bad. But that's me what happens next because I don't have a clue. I'm only good for one or two moves a day. Let's see, spy. Cage, I gotta have you. Oh, look at gold. This is gold is as technical as it gets. I need to start playing gold. This is like child's play. Look at this. Seb, you still in here? All right. So let me tell you how I would have played this had I kept an eye on gold. This respects technical as this respects technicals um, very well. Chop up here, big drop. I don't, like I don't know what causes a drop like this from 174 to 165. Whatever news it was, you know. And there's always a debate on which comes first, the news or the technicals. But I have to lean towards the technicals. So yeah, gold got slapped. It hit that upper trend line, but this is what I mean when I say you have to look left. Like you almost have to have whiplash. You have to know what happened before. And this is how all my levels get developed. Like this is it is not hold on. It's not difficult because I make it so simple. I just have to see what happened the last time it hit a certain area. So the last time that it hit this upper trend line, look at the time, two times before that. Got from 178 all the way down to, 164. Eventually, there's gaps all over this place. I can't imagine why gold is treated this way. Maybe it tests the ADMA again. Maybe it comes back down, tests the 8, runs back up. The only thing that's going to happen is it's going to get tighter. So expect something like this, right? And then you'll get news. You'll get news that'll pop it one way or the other, right? And people will say, "Oh, it's all technical." I don't care what anybody says. It's all technical. So you're either going to get an explosive move up or an explosive move down, and nothing else. This is the only thing that's going to happen. It's going to get tighter. It's going to get tighter. Yeah. And we pop back up. That was a great exit. Make sure I closed it. Shit. Yeah. I'm all out. I took 17% on a trade that probably is, when did I get in? I got in at 43. I got in right above 43, so 43.06 down to 42.85. It's a 20-point move, and I made 17%. If VIX wasn't so high, volatility wasn't so high, that would probably be closer to a 70% play. But premium's jacked because VIX is high. We need VIX back down into the 20s. That's how we make money. We make money when volatility is low, and then it creeps up. We need VIX at 20, 25, and it creep up to 30. That's where we make our money. So if SPX is going back to 43.30, and we'll just chop around. See if it reclaims that. 43.30 opens up 43.50-ish. After that is 40. I'm doing this off the top of my head. 43.50 is 43.75. I want to say. Let me see. Which candle did I use? Yeah, 43.73. Anything above 43.73, and I think we rip. So maybe that, and it's funny because that can coincide with Powell tomorrow. Man, it's crazy, man. Just he can say a couple words. He can say we're pausing rate hikes. Pausing rate hikes. Pausing rate hikes sends us to 4,500, 4,550, which is this right here. Bare minimum. So this is when I said a retracement back to the golden pocket. It hinges on everything Jerome says. I think his name's hilarious too, by the way. I've never met any white guy named Jerome in my life. One of my best friends in the world is named Jerome. He's not a white guy, but it's just a strange. I'd love to know the history on that. Interesting. All right, that may be it. Let's see. SPX Whisper says that half of OS is in the SPX chat. I love it. What do you think the odds of J Powell just totally reverses? It seems to be wishful thinking just because market is pulling back a bit. Mr. Paperhands, that's a valid question. 50-50 maybe? I don't know. SPX Whisper thinks slim to none. But he's a perma bear. He's probably not even on here. I don't know. Okay, so here's my logic on him wanting to save the market. If we slip any further, Mr. Paperhands, it's you remember when Miggs yesterday said he was thinking about just pulling everything out? You know, he's been bleeding for a couple weeks and he's long in his portfolio, a lot of names. Just imagine that times like 100 million people. You can't send the markets into a deep dive because you destroy people's 401ks, their retirement accounts. You know, we're talking, any more slippage. People have watched their entire, accounts just get depleted. Even those who have been long, not even like options players like us. But if you've been long and you've watched shop, we have a guy in OS. He's been long shop for I don't know how long. I think $26 he said, or $34 he told me. Why would I watch shop go from 1,600 to 800? Why wouldn't I just pull my money and sit cash until this whole thing, kind of just resets? People have a problem with watching their money disappear. My best friend in the world here is in this chat, and he's long Apple. And he's like, I can't do anything with my Apple stock. Can't touch it. People are starting to panic. If you have people who are people have their finger on the sell button. I think if he doesn't pause rates and we dive, then it's game over. Like he doesn't have to do anything, but it's in the best interest of really the market, the administration, and everything else to kind of just, if you're going to bleed it, at least let it be a slow bleed. 7 straight days of selling, it puts people into a state of panic, into a state of worry. And so with that much money leaving the market, it's a problem. And he's long too, Unless he bought puts, then he's not long, no. So 50-50 is what I'm saying. But we'll make money either way. We always do. So. Yeah, I know it sucks, Gage. People. I'm telling you, man. People are itching. I understand the pulse of like human beings. People are nervous, man. Like, one more 4% day to the downside, and that's why I say like this level is so important to hold. If it doesn't hold, we're so thin. Let me tell you what's gonna happen if we lose this. Okay. If he doesn't come out and put the market at ease, maybe he doesn't say, we'll pause rate hikes, but if he doesn't put the market at ease, we're coming back down here. Without a doubt. No question about it. We're gonna see SPX 4000, Tesla at 700 or below, Apple back down to 125. And these are breakout areas. Amazon will be 2,500. Facebook will go back down to 250. Netflix is going down to 350. No, it's at 370 now. It's going way lower. I'll tell you where. Facebook down to 300. I'm sorry, Netflix down to 300. We'll fill that gap on SPY. This 405 gap that we love so much. This little gap, man, I could have eyeballed this from anywhere. This tiny, tiny gap hasn't been filled. 400 to 405. If he's long puts, that's what happens. Let's see. What else we got? What the hell is this? What is this week? What is this? Anybody else trading view doing this? Chat, check in. What is this right here? And I've never seen this. I mean, obviously it's a mistake. That's wild. Interesting. Yeah. So we're sitting in a bear flag pattern here. So watch out for this. This could break 15-minute bear flag. Let's see on NQ. Put that in the chat. Cage, I gotta have you come over and look at this computer, dude. This is like the slowness of it when I'm live streaming. I have to figure this out. 15-minute bear flag on NQ. Charts telling the future. Man, ain't that the truth? 365 would be insane. Not impossible, man. Like, I'm not SPX whisperer or anything. Like when I say he's perma bear, he's perma bear. He wants to see SPY down to 200. I think SPY down to 200 causes a recession like we haven't seen in a long time. Where are we at? 43.25. How do we get a pop like that? Yeah, talk about panic. Seriously. Let's see. Double bottom. You can short the lower high if you want to play it that way. Lower high would look something like that right there. Something like that. The ADMA will act as, how far away is that? It's 5 points away. No, that's not right. 18 points away. 20 points away now. The ADMA will act as resistance. It's a big bounce. And Q is at the ADMA as well. Looks like it's going. So Q's look like they want to run. Let's see. And Q's there. Let's see. And Q's ahead of the Q. Square will be $80 if it, if we sell off. It's, Other thing you have to think about, Mr. Paperhands, if you're still here, is all the money on the sideline. That does want to get in some, does it flush? I don't know. We gotta wait. We gotta see. 42.85 held to the penny, man. 42.85.5 held and bounced hard. You could have played right off that level and pivoted. Why didn't I do that, huh? I knew the level. Why didn't I take 4,300s? Jesus. And Q's gone. Q's held. What would that have paid? Let's see. What time did this happen here? Nothing like a good old torture of yourself and how much you could have made, right? Play both ways. I play both ways a lot. That happened at 7:05. So let's see what contracts look like at 7:05. All right, so let's pull a fib while we're waiting. If you were day trading, scalping, and you thought this was the top, you pull a fib from this 5-minute candle. This is the impulsive move all the way to the top. And you see where it retraces to. If it makes a new high, you delete the fib and you start until you get confirmation that the top is in. I'm getting the pinwheel of death. I gotta fix this computer, dude. Yeah, it's pretty strong. Bare minimum. Looks like it's going to test the ADMA. 43. Probably go another 10 minutes or so. 7:45. I'll wait for the 15-minute candle to close. Walk the dog, make a smoothie. The routine stuff, the rituals. Apple looks like it got a bounce. Yep. We got some reversing going on. This looks like algo behavior. You guys used to hear me talk about this in the chat all the time. Double bottom. This was today? No, this is yesterday. Okay, I was about to say. Today is right here. ADMA test, ADMA test, ADMA test. Doesn't look like it's going to go lower today. You get 3 tests of the ADMA on the 15-minute. You can probably play calls above 930. Not probably. You can play it. You can play it with confidence. Break yesterday's high. Fill that 15-minute gap if you're day trading or scalping. Just out. Oh man. Draw it out. Wait for another test. You're right in limbo. It's depending on your style. You can enter now, wait and front run it. I don't advise it. Front run it, wait for the break, where you can play the test of the ADMA and buy at the 8. Your exit is, somewhere down here. A loss of the ADMA, you don't want to get completely faked out, but a loss of the ADMA, a complete 15-minute candle close below it would be your exit. But your buy could be the ADMA to break above yesterday's high. And if you're a super gambler, you get in before the break of 9:33 yesterday. Let's look at the 5-minute. So 5 minutes is chopping. Above the ADMA, below the ADMA. Above the ADMA, below the ADMA. Nothing happens until you get above 9:33. Keep that on watch. I'll set an alert for that too. I want to trade today, clearly, right? You guys see I want to trade. Add alert. All right, it's coming up on it. At the same time, remember I said Tesla has to lead. You have to watch SPX and NQ as well. So you can't have Tesla as the lone wolf going and nothing else going. You got to have a pair. It has to go with something. So many things go into trading. This is people getting chopped up. This is someone. Oh man, sorry. I know what it was. I didn't have a Celsius today. No coffee. No coffee. No Celsius. I want to thank you guys again. I'm not leaving it. I just want to thank you guys again for popping in. I'm starting to do podcasts as well. Probably have some. See if I can get FOMO. See if I can interview FOMO. He's in California. He's actually in LA. We're not. I don't think we're far from each other. Guy's a legend. It looks like it right into FOMC. Yeah, man. Get FOMO. Maybe do like a group thing. If I can get Will, Dan, Warwick, Solo, Josh. Who else? I know I'm missing somebody. Sarah. I think that'd be dope too. Hop on a OS fireside chat. What happened here? Oh, we're losing it. Bear flaggy. 23. And Q gave it all back. What a fake out, huh? This is how people get chopped up. You get chopped up like this. This is a 15-minute bear flag as well. People get chopped up like this. And it's deceiving because you got volume. You have, 3 times the average volume on this candle here, just for it to stop dead in its tracks. But if you look left, what do you see? You see what happened the last time it hit there. Gotta look left. Can't be good until you look left. Look at the last time it hit this zone. All right. Got this 15-minute candle, big upper wick, huge upper wick, and then came right back down. So this short-term zone on NQ, until it gets through, is going to trade below it. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Hold on. Did I lose you guys? Oh, there you guys are. Nice topic. What would you touch on? I don't know. State of the market. Man, we all have different trading styles. All of us. Like the 5 names I just named, just ran off. None of us trade the same, but all really good traders. Every single one of us. Would like to hear you discuss your thoughts on pairing Tesla and SPY. mRNA really wants to go south today. I think vaccines are done. You have countries. I'll talk about pairing in a minute. You have countries talking about getting rid of mask mandates, vaccine passports. So, if they're going to treat, it's like the flu, like a lot of the countries have said, people are probably done. I drew this out, I think, for you, Danny, last time. I think you asked about mRNA. Yeah, if it loses this, you see it fought hard to stay at 137. Let me make this bigger. So it fought hard to keep this level. Went from 138 to, it was a 20-point day yesterday. Just to have a big upper wick here. You can probably take puts. I don't know what the IV looks like. RSI is really low, though, so take that into consideration into your trade. Wow. This is a 20-point bar. Everything went crazy yesterday. The ranges yesterday were life-changing ranges. Thumbs up to food. K-Bar is always eating. But he gets out of here at the 11 o'clock hour, though, too. East Coast. Pairs. Tesla and SPY. So, through my journey of trading, I have found that when there's chop in the market, you can usually get an indication on when things will start to turn around by looking at the leaders. So like I said today, NVIDIA and Tesla needed to move in order for SPY to go, because there's catalysts. NVIDIA has an arms deal and Tesla has earnings. And news that's kind of like pending. So it's really the strongest one that needs to go more urgently, because earnings are tomorrow. So if the move is real for tomorrow, Tesla is going to be the first one to go. And it changes. You got to look at the charts. You got to look at what's strong. But same thing with Apple. If tech wants to go, Apple's got to get going, and so does Amazon. These two are the heaviest. So that's what I mean by pairing. These two are the heaviest on tech and on the S&P. So the SPY can't go up without these two. I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, just say no and let me know what you didn't understand, and I'll try and explain it a little bit as best as I can. Basically, what I'm saying is you can get an indication if one takes off with volume and holds, then the others have to catch up, and then you get the entire market moving at the same time. Just imagine like a big wave. Somebody has to get going first. And today I feel like it's Tesla and Nvidia. If they go lower, SPY and NQ go lower. So I'm probably going to wrap it up here. Let's see what this 15-minute candle looks like on the close. What whipsaw, man. Like, this is Chop City. We got a golden pocket bounce on the daily. If it's one thing that's reassuring is the last line of in just a chart to not completely go to the depths of hell is 0.786. Lose a 0.786 and look how far down you go. Well, it's 7:45, hour and 15 minutes into the session, and it just looks like we're going to chop around. Let's see what happens here. It's rejected it previously, so let's just keep an eye on it before I get out. It's acting as resistance again. Cool. Thank you guys again. I know everybody in here has already given a thumbs up. That I can be assured of. If you're watching the replay of this and you found it beneficial and you're not subscribing, please hit the subscribe button. I will try and do one more this week, at least a pre-market watch, where I kind of just go a little bit past open. Today went a little longer, but that's fine. But yeah, just stay safe. Don't do anything crazy. If you're going to do something crazy, at least do it crazy with the volume. Don't do anything without volume. Remember, premium is jacked. I caught a 20-point move and made 17%. So a lot of it's not worth it right now. You got to wait till the VIX dies down. It's at 33. It's coming down a little bit, very slowly. But ideally, we want to see, it's coming down. It's good. Let's look at it on the 4-hour. Nice indecision candle. So yeah, big upper wick. Let's wait for a break of the ADMA on the VIX. Get it back down under 30. And we can really start trading again, catching some premium. 28, we can probably start making some money because that's 20-point move is crazy. And to make 17%, you make 4 times that on a normal day. So, Danny, if you're watching mRNA, and I very rarely say this, watch the flow on mRNA because bio is a little different. But watch check the flow. Make sure the big guys aren't coming in and going long here, which they very well could, to break out. So. Thank you guys as always. I appreciate everybody who comes in and listens to me rant about the stock market. And I will see you guys soon.